Hello, everyone. October 22nd, 2021. Fourth book in the series that I periodically reread. It's a series of books that talk about, and you can go back to one of my old videos, I talk about the very first book. James Howard Kunstler has a website. He has some pretty good, what are they called, podcasts, which I'm going to start doing, I guess, so you don't have to look at me. I need to tidy up my hair and trim. But it's about, as I've said before, 20 years in the future, which is pretty much now. And there's been a flu outbreak. A lot of people passed. Limited nuclear attack on the U.S., East and West Coast, etc., so forth. But I want to talk about the harrows of spring, which is about a 6-week period when your supplies have run out in the spring and you haven't got your garden in yet. So there was about 6 to 8 weeks in there where the shelves are empty. Anybody seeing that? Supply chain is non-existent. Went up to Aldi's last night, and one of the trucks had just come in, and you're not supposed to go back in the back, but every once in a while the door is left open, and I always go see what's back there. There wasn't much, and the delivery truck had just come in. And the same way with CVS. I went there a couple of days ago, and they don't have a back room. They actually, the big semi, I guess, drops off these big containers. They put them on a pallet, and they bring them out, and then they stock the shelves. Not very many of them either. And the stock market was kind of not doing much this week. Gold and silver creeping up a little bit. The only one that's making money on that are the crooks, the banksters. But I did find a funny sight. If I can find it again, I'll post it. It's all of the Biden bloopers. Very entertaining. Very dangerous. After all, he is supposedly our president and leader of the free world. So what else has been going on with little old me? Well, I've been reading the Bible a little bit, and I imagine my viewers just went down. My views. Euphrates is drying up, preparing for the kings of the east to invade the west. And what is the western boundaries of the old empire given to Israel? Yep, the Euphrates. And can't believe Biden said this. I actually listened to about 20 minutes of his speech yesterday. He believes that if China messes with Taiwan, we will be obliged to respond in kind. I didn't really think the military would do that. But it is starting to look like sometime in early 2022, the heralds of spring, because they're putting in all these generals who have no military background. And they're asking service members to leave if they don't get a jab. You know, no jab, no job. So I don't know who these generals and colonels are going to be commanding. Probably not very many people. But maybe we can just sit behind our computer and use drones and AI equipment to do the fighting for us. So let's hope that these books that I've been talking about don't happen. Because I guess I'm going to have to put a garden in next year. I've been letting the ground lie fallow for a few years. My excuse to let the soil build back better. What else did he say? President Biden. He wants to take 1 million cars off the road to save on oil and gasoline. Everybody can use Amtrak, like as he said, and I am quoting, "As vice president for 36 years, I rode the Amtrak to work." He actually said that. He said a lot of stuff lately. It's not like we have to worry about China. Now we got Putin riled up. He's saying the Western world is nose a little stuffy. Has gone crazy. No longer man and woman, husband and wife. It's birth mother, and etc. There goes my viewership down a little bit more. That's okay. I just want to do an update from Monday, because I was talking about the aerosols that's being released in New York City between the 18th and the 29th, and so far I've heard nothing. But if you get this thing that's going around, it usually takes about 2 weeks before you notice it. So we probably wouldn't hear anything. I was listening to a number of different videos just recently, and I think I've talked about this and I didn't get blocked, so I'll mention it again, about the jabbed having inflammation, myocarditis, inflammation of the heart, and things that are in the vaccine, which I won't go into here, but somebody emails me, I can send you some links. So really this is a pretty dull video, because not much is going on that is good news. I will tell my folks who watch, who are in the Northwest, A huge storm. I think they call it a tremendous cyclone, the largest in history, recorded history. Should be making landfall up there in Oregon along about Sunday. Well, maybe I ought to wash some of the pollution away, put it mildly. So I would say along about Wednesday or Thursday we'll have a storm coming through here. Let's hope it's not snow. Because then that means that when the snow melts and it warms back up, I'll have to go out there and get the ground ready for next spring. So, in the meantime, I've been trying to figure out this new phone, 5G. I finally did a video, but I can't figure out how to get the video off the phone onto this computer. And this computer is only a year old. So I'm going to have to get a headache and try to figure it out. When I do, I'll start posting some things that aren't so boring out of my living room. But anyway, if you like this, I'll keep it short. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you want me to do another video on coinage, I can do that. I don't think I've done any on the Liberty $50. I have a few of those, which are pretty interesting. And just give me some ideas and I'll see what I can do. And till then, be safe.